Hello, my dear friends. I'm Father Diego, and this is the message of the Gospel for today, Thursday, March the 12th. We listen from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, verses 19 to 31. Jesus said to his disciples this parable. There was a rich man who dressed in purple garments and fine linen and dined sumptuously each day. And lying at his door was a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who would gladly have eaten his fields of the scraps that fell from the rich man's table. Dogs even used to come and lick his sores. When the poor man died, he was carried away by angels to the bosom of Abraham. The rich man also died and was buried, and from the netherworld, where he was in torment, he raised his eyes and saw Abraham far off and Lazarus at his side. And he cried out, Father Abraham, have pity on me. Send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am suffering torment in these flames. Abraham replied, My child, remember that you received what was good during your lifetime, while Lazarus likewise received what was bad. But now he is comforted here, whereas you are tormented. Moreover, between us and you, a great chasm is established to prevent anyone from crossing who might wish to go from our side to yours or from your side to ours. He said, Then I beg you, Father, send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brothers, so that he may warn them, lest they too come to this place of torment. But Abraham replied, They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. He said, Oh no, Father, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent. Then Abraham said, If they will not listen to Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded if someone should rise from the dead. Fascinating story. This is one of my favorite gospels in the Gospel of Luke. So in yesterday's gospel, Jesus clearly states that he comes to this world not to be served, but to serve. And here we have a beautiful example of it. The drama in this gospel is not the suffering of Lazarus, but the blindness of the rich man to see the suffering of his brother right in front of him, and the growing selfishness as he prays, send someone to ease my suffering. Send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger to cool down my. He's still thinking of himself and not praying for the end of someone else's suffering, right? So a little bit what is happening right now with this coronavirus thing. Oh God, spare me from this epidemic. And not, what can I do? I think this is a great opportunity for us to show to this world that we Christians are people of service, right? To love one another at this special moment. So today is a great day to look at the eyes of the Lazarus in front of us and to stop or prevent the suffering of all those out there who are begging, asking God for someone to cool down, to ease their suffering, right? I think is the great chasm established between us and you, as the gospel says, is the selfishness, the growing selfishness that makes me totally oblivious of someone else's suffering, right? So again, today is a good day to take a look of the suffering of others and to do something, right? People that are probably begging not for food but for other things, because poverty has many different faces. I'm just gonna share a cup of coffee And I'll see you tomorrow with the message of the gospel. Have a blessed and wonderful day, everyone. Bye bye.